This conference will now be recorded.
Introduction or definition of our target customers. In the second part, we're going to move on to talk about branding and its differences regarding marketing. Also, we're going to talk about the importance of branding and how to generate love to our brand. Finally, you will have the opportunity to test your knowledge through a case method exercise. Successfully interacting with customers is a crucial part of doing business today. Customers enjoy and expect a personalized experience, and delivering just that will set you apart from your competition. According to the American Marketing Association, marketing is activity, set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. The customer can be an individual user, a company, or several people who contribute to the purchasing decision. The product can be a hard good, a service, or even an idea. Anything that provides some value to the person who provides an exchange. In this case, an exchange is the most often thought as money, but it will also be a donation of time or effort, or even a specific action. A producer is often a company, but it could be an individual or non-profit organization. All in all, marketing is the science that will take you to succeed. It helps you to identify the needs of a customer by providing valuable products to customers. Now, there are two types of models. For example, when the producer is a commercial entity and the end user makes the purchasing decision, the model used to describe this transaction is often called a business-to-consumer model, B2C. Contrary, when the producer is a commercial entity and a second commercial entity makes the purchasing decision but provides the product to their customers, then the model is often called a business-to-business model, B2B. The difference in these models affects how the marketer constructs his marketing analysis and marketing mix. Since the objective is to make a customer interact with your brand and become a customer, I will explain to you two classifications that separate marketing: outbound marketing and inbound marketing. Outbound marketing main objective is to attract the customers in an incisive manner. It is known as the old marketing since the tactic that used offer products or services to the public, resorting to interrupting techniques of advertising and marketing that are, for the most of the part, too commercial and currently with little relevance for the customer. For example, telemarketing, spam emails, direct emails, magazine ads. This type of approach tires the customer since some ads arrives in inopportune times. I guess this has happened to you when you are doing an important activity like searching for information and ads with no relevance appear sooner. In contrast, we have the new marketing, known as inbound marketing. The inbound methodology is an innovative strategy that has sought to eliminate the old concept of marketing. The inbound has presented a vision that is based on gaining people's attention and making potential customers look for and find a business in a natural way. That means without suffering any kind of pressure to make that happen. Inbound marketing works in a cycle of 4 stages, and for each of them, actions are assigned capable of effectively dialoguing with the public. The first one is attraction. A site without visits does not generate business opportunities for sales. That is why leads are essential for the whole strategy to work. In the first stage, known as attraction, it is very important that the company seeks to position itself and build its brand instead of going out in search of new clients. Here comes content marketing, because the creation of relevant content is crucial for the success of the inbound. The conversion stage is an extension of the attraction. After attracting visitors, it is necessary to convert them into leads. For this to happen, it is essential that the business offers some reward or benefit to the user in exchange of information about him, such as his name, email, and telephone. In general, to get access to consumer data and from a database, Companies that work with inbound offers what we call free-rich materials such as ebooks, infographics, web papers, webinars, among others, in web page structures called landing pages. These landing pages, which are created with the aim of generating the conversation, have form for the users to fill out with their data and, in doing so, receive some type of material as a benefit. After attracting the most appropriate people and converting some of them into leads, the path is promising. The next step is to transform them into customers, which will require an even greater knowledge about the person and a more personalized treatment, since not all potential customers are at the ideal moment to make a purchase. When we observe a cycle of purchase, we see that there are well-defined steps that must be respected until the time comes when a person is ready to receive a sales approach. The final stage is the closing of the sales and is the reason to celebrate for two specific reasons. The first, because the main objective of the inbound process was achieved. The second, because a new door opens and now there is the opportunity to transform the newest customer into a loyal brand promoter. Now, marketing is more than promoting the product. It's a data-driven science. The good marketer will develop the data necessary to define the customer needs, develop a good product based on the available resources, and deliver the product in an effective manner to the customer at a price that reflects the customer value and the profit desired by the producer. In this sense, it is important to contemplate the 7 P's of marketing mix. The first one is the product, which refers to the goods or services that respond to the need of the client. And in order to define the product, we can answer these following questions. How can my product respond to the wants and desires of current or potential clients? Is my product adaptable to market demands? Can the product be improved? The second P is the price, means to fix a price that your clients are ready to pay and to be sure that the price is attractive, all towards the aim of earning a sufficient profit. In order to review the price, you can answer the following questions. Are my clients able to pay for the product? Consider the means of your clients and price offered by the competition. Can I attract more clients with special offers? For example, 10 product free, price reduction during certain periods of the year, etc. The third P is the place, which refers to the location where your enterprise is situated. And you can analyze the place by answering the following question. Is my product easily accessible to customers? Or might I be able to distribute the product more effectively? The fourth P is people or personal, which signifies how your employees represent the company and how they interact with their clientele or stakeholders. And you can check this by answering the following questions. Does each employee adequately represent the enterprise and its image? For example, knows the product or products and the prices, responds well to the needs and questions of customers, and so on. The 5 P is the physical environment, which is more known as the packaging. This refers to the way your product, service, and everything about your company appears from the outside. Decisions need to be made about the size, shape, color, material, and label of the packaging. And you can analyze this by answering this question. Does the package is manageable? Does the quantity of the package is useful for the clients? The 6th P is the process, which refers to the solid procedures and policies that are in place, which pertains to the company's products and or services. It's an extremely valuable element to the marketing strategy. Customers want to understand more than just your product. They also want to focus on the shape and form your business will take. And in order to analyze the process, you can answer to the following questions. Do I have all production purposes? Do I have a policy for after-sales services? Finally, we go to the promotion, which refers to informing the public of your enterprise and inciting those clients to purchase your goods or services. What means do I have at my disposal to inform the public of my product and its quality? Are the means of communication convenient for my target clientele? Considering the most appropriate avenues for getting out your message. An entrepreneur who practices good marketing skills always aims to satisfy his or her clients using a mixture of marketing approaches. In order to do so, one has to consider several questions relative to each P. For more example of questions, please review the handbook Model 4. Now, market research is fundamental for your project because you can gather a lot of relevant information, and through that you can make good decisions about startups, innovation, growth, and the 7 Ps. There are 4 phases to conduct a research plan: planning, collect data, analyzing, and attracting on your market research data. The first phase is planning, and the best way to do that is to ask yourself if there are a need for the project you would like to launch in the market. You have to be sure that you are in the right market for implementation of the idea. For example, if you live in a business, building outdoor swimming pools wouldn't be successful. Next thing you have to ask yourself is whether your potential product meets specific market needs. Keep in mind that pricing should be fair and competitive because many customers will probably leave you for the competition if you keep your prices too high. The second phase is to collect data. There are 2 main types of market research. The primary research is based on your own research. It allows you, for example, to go into details about the particulars of your product and location and ask your potential customers which factors are relevant for them when they want to buy something. What do they like the most about our current products, and which price will be a fair price, and how will we improve our product? Secondary research, searching through published data and information already available. In this research, you need to keep your project goals and plans at the top of your mind, focus on relevant data, and keep your market research survey on target and ask yourself, how could you determine your target demographic? How to learn more about your competitors, and how to understand customers' preferences better. It is less time-consuming than primary, and it can be less expensive. There are 2 types of information: quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative, if you want to identify broad trends within the data, you can act on it. For example, in cost, final price, and so on. Qualitative, if you want to have more details through a survey of clients. In order to have the qualitative or quantitative information, you can apply it to different techniques such as surveys or questionnaires. They are a great way to collect opinions of a larger group of people. They could be conducted through direct mail, over the phone, on the web, or via email and in person. We have reached the final phase of a market research, and it is analyzing and acting on your market research data. After you have collected all the answers, it will be the best to process the results in Excel and to make some charts and graphs to come up with creative solutions. If you are not the only person in that business, it will be smart to gather your team to come up with ways to improve issues and weaknesses and to write every single idea down while brainstorming. Brainstorming happens when a lot of people in the same room share and exchange their ideas so that they could get the best ideas and solutions to solve problems. When you're entering in a foreign market, there are some issues that you must be aware of. First of all, the basic principle of the marketing mix is the relationship between price, promotion, product, and place, which means distribution. These 4 areas must complement each other. Also, it is important to have in mind that in the internationalization of your products, some things might be changed. For example, The final price might be distorted. Price discrimination imposed by host governments on foreign goods that may make your price too high to compete or too low to provide a reasonable profit margin. Your marketing and advertising efforts will often be determined by cultural law and norms and the availability of different types of media. Also, your product will require some degrees of change for the market you wish to enter, due to cultural differences, the level of economic maturity of the country, and in many instances because of technical and or product standards imposed by the host country. Finally, your potential distribution process will be impacted by the availability of agents and distributors and the complexity of the channels for getting your product to the customer. Now, while you could create your marketing strategies with nothing other than keyword trends and the most effective marketing methods within your industry, your conversions will be lower if your customers are not connected to you as a brand. Branding is at the core of your marketing strategy, so branding must come first. Even if you are a startup, it is essential to clearly define who you are as a brand, because it is your branding that will keep your customers returning for more. Branding is the foundation upon which you will build customer loyalty. It is what generates a timeless connection. Also, it is your branding that makes you unique. Competition is fierce. There are companies who offer comparable or even the same exact products and services that you offer. So it is possible that people can rely on a brand. Well, we say they can, and they do. Customers have started to hold certain brands close to their hearts. For example, brands like Apple, Disney, and Lego, who really pull out all the efforts when it comes to engagement. In turn, they have earned themselves doing fans, enviable net promoter scores, and some soaring profits to boot. Brands have become one of the ways that many people, especially millennials, have started to identify themselves with. So, make your brand one that a customer will be proud to associate with. More than ever, brands have a responsibility to make people look good. In fact, Apple was voted the UK's coolest brand, and then it declared the biggest profits ever made by a company. Now, it is time to get you close to the steps that will help you to create love for your brand. First of all, as a brand owners and managers, we need to begin by telling you that being loved has very little to do with size, budget, or marketing problems. In fact, the most critical ingredient is paid fashion. So, here we will explore the attributes that your brand should have in order to create love. First, it is important to have a brand personality, and there is a misconception that brand personality equals irreverent, which is not relevant for many businesses. But every brand should define their ideal personality as the meeting point between who they are and what they target. It is important that the product, package, and everything that runs the brand share its personality. Do not be afraid to explore. For understanding this, you might like to visit Innocent Dreams, a UK brand of jewels. The second aspect is to have a foundation of authenticity, and by this, they also means to have a core of values that are in line with the brand personality, and that the workforce involved or stakeholders represent and respect this personality and values. For example, selling equipment for sports, and that the people that produce these products have been trainers, sport coaches, therapists, and so on, has a good impact. As well, it is important to look for ambassadors, and these might be people from sports that will use your product and they have the expertise to actually trade them. The third attribute of a love brand is a unique brand experience. It is to think of how you will create a unique experience for your brand. The more likely doing so will make you stand out from your competitors. A storytelling followed by an atmosphere that is related to it will give you that unique experience that your target group will love. Do not forget for that you have to study your target group characteristics. A passionate community is much more than a group of loyal customers with a shared love for the brand. For example, the Harley-Davidson community, built over decades, Harley riders identify themselves as part of the community. For some, joining the Harley-Davidson community is a major influence in their decision to purchase a Harley. The next aspect is genuine customer connection. Connection is more than likes or names or an old loyalty program database who get a monthly mail out, likes on Facebook or followers on Instagram. Customer connection is about meaningful engagements through discussions, sharings, and giving. Lululemon is a great example of a brand finely tuned to creating Stone's customers' connection. Lululemon stores have a library of books on health and exercise available for customers to borrow. This is an example of customer engagement in every store every day. Social consent is seen as a highly attractive attribute for a brand. There are so many cases these days of small companies that related their activities with a social cause, and they have increased their capacity very fast in short time. For example, Rosas Finas in Philadelphia is a restaurant that started a campaign to ask for donations and contribute themselves with donations to elaborate pizzas for free so people who live in the streets can have something to eat. So, all in all, passion attracts opportunity in all shapes and sizes. It attracts more clients and customers and the opportunities they bring. Do not forget to include in your strategy these attributes and you will build more than a sale. You will have a partner that will be supporting you all the way up. For more information about online tools for branding and branding tips, please check the handbook. Now, in order to develop the activity of the case method, the easiest way to analyze your future organization and environment to see if your organization is implementing a correct marketing and branding strategy is to do a SWOT analysis. How to do it properly? The best way is to determine the objective as the first step and to draw squares and divide it into 4 small squares because each square represents one category. Next step will be writing the titles in each square and to distinguish them from the rest of the text. Write the word strengths in the top left square, weaknesses in the top right square, opportunities inside the bottom left square, and threats inside the bottom right square. After you did all these steps, it is time to add factors, usually in a bullet form, into the squares. SWOT stands for strengths and weaknesses, which are internal factors, and opportunities and threats, which are external factors. Internal, because a company writes down their own strengths and weaknesses. You write what you think is the greatest advantage and what is the main problem inside your organization. So, please go to the handbook and in the last section of the Model 4, you will find information and instructions to complete the case study that will help you to understand the concepts that we have seen in this one. The method case is Rosas Pizza from Philadelphia. Thank you for your participation in the Model 4 of SBCC project.
Okay, I will start by apologize for the inconvenience of the sound in the middle of the presentation, and also because I think that due to technical problems such as the internet speed, you couldn't see in some points the slide that was particularly described. So anyways, I apologize, and I will recommend you to go to our website. In our website, you will have the opportunity to check once again the session, this one that was presented today. And so you can check it, and also you can go to the handbook, which is available as well in our website. I don't know, like, if some of you have questions. Okay, I think that there were not questions. I will just like to tell you finally that in order to get the certificate for this model, later on in the website, you will find a questionnaire with 5 brief questions about the information that we have reviewed here, and also about the case study. So you can answer to these questions, and then you will get a certificate of this model. Basically, in each model, you will have the opportunity to do this test in order to get the certificate. And just to remind you, tomorrow at this time, we will have the model concerning financial issues for entrepreneurs. So thank you so much for participating, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Eddie. See you tomorrow.
Telefonlar ve ekipmanlara gelen işler.